Welcome back. For the rest of these videos on convergence, you'll need a couple of symbols. One is pi sub t. This is the profit in period t. Remember, t is the time index. It tells you when, now, in the future, how far in the future, etc. I is the nominal interest rate. G is the growth rate in profits. We're going to keep that constant across time, just like the interest rate is constant across time. And I'm going to use the capital V to represent the value of the firm. This is what we're looking for in the end, is the value of the firm. And the pound sign is just the number of shares. And this Greek capital delta stands for summation. So we're adding things up. So if we're looking at the idea of a firm, and this firm is going to be infinitely lived, I know none of them are, but think about present value. What is the present value of the profits to the firm at some 100-year future? Well, it's close to zero. 200 years in the future, it's close to zero. So the really big interesting parts are the early present values. So when we think of the present value of the firm, V, it's equal to the current profits, pi 0, plus the profits next period, pi 1, over 1 plus I to the 1, plus pi 2, 2 periods out, 1 plus I squared. And we keep going out like that. And that can be written as the sum of t equals 0 to infinity. We're going out forever, of pi time t over 1 plus I to the t. Now, if you're actually going out to infinity, this becomes V equals the initial profit times 1 plus the interest rate over the interest rate minus the growth rate. This is, again, a baseline, and this is what we're going to be using. You can continue to use this as long as you want, so long as the interest rate is greater than the growth rate. And we're assuming they're positive in case of the interest rate. You can have negative growth and still have a positive value for the firm. Now, in finance, you're frequently going to see that they don't really want to start at time t equals 0. What they want to do is start at time t equals 1. So they do the summation t equals 1 to infinity of pi t times 1 plus I to the t. That's equal to pi 0 times 1 plus the growth rate over I minus G. So you've got to keep track of what you're doing, and I prefer to start at 0, but it is quite possible to use any of these as you see. So those are the baseline, and we'll get to more of that